All right. So not even a full day has gone by and I'm already going out to make another video. So just put out the introductory of this channel like 5 minutes ago. Already like, I want to do another one. It's kind of like one of those moments where you have that conversation with a friend or an argument or a debate. And after you're done, you're just like, I should have said this, right? So that's my moment right now. Um, This time definitely had a message in that I actually want to pass across. So let me go ahead and get my arm off the table before I rock this phone anymore. The idea, mind you guys, I'm just camera on, right? Trying to get into my there, so I feel more like we're acting, you and I, uh, mysterious individual behind the YouTube screen or phone screen or your, anyway, I digress. The message that I wanted to pass on today is the message of creating the life that you want. And what I mean by that is to create a sample of the life that you want. What do I mean by sample? So I will actually start off with a personal experience of mine. In this case, it was a road trip out west to a couple of states, Colorado, Utah, Montana, and Idaho, Wyoming. Beautiful out there. And I think I already said Colorado. So the reason I took that trip was really more or less of a personal trip to myself. Some time to get away from everything from work, family, working out, any type of responsibilities I had at that time, and just give myself some time to breathe, you know? And this idea of mine I had been sitting on for quite a while. I actually had a list on my phone of states that I wanted to go to, experiences I want to have, particularly just states I want to go to. Nation, not national. Certain sites, certain nature sites I wanted to go to, like the Going Sun Road in Montana, Sawtooth Lake out in Idaho. I'm trying to think, Rocky Mountains out in Colorado, and a few other places. And took it, literally just sitting in my bed one day, believe it was in May, and I just pulled out my phone and I said, hey, you have a list of places you want to go ahead and go for it. So did some research, looked into some Airbnbs, looked into a perfect route from here in my home state to get out there and really just map things out so that way it can be as simple as it could possibly be. And honestly, that trip was one of the greatest things I did for my life, for myself, for my life. I digress. And it gave me a couple of things to think about. And one of the things is that I'm actually discussing today is creating that lifestyle that you want. So in my case, the lifestyle I created was being able to travel, even if it was just for a couple of weeks, being able to see all these different sites in these beautiful states that I've never been in. And it opened me up to, again, just that ideal life that I wouldn't mind having, which is freedom of travel, freedom to really start putting my Instagram page to use and start filling it up with some actual pictures that I would, enjoy other than just, selfies of myself back in high school. 1994 kids, so, we were just putting whatever we could on Instagram and Facebook, but running off here. And what I got from that was a taste of what I would like more of. And I didn't really realize how much I actually wanted it until I actually got out there and did it. So it really started to help me start to get a better grasp of what I wanted out of life and what I actually cherished, which in this case was personal time, being able to see the world, meeting a lot of amazing people. And I did a trip several years ago. It was actually during the COVID times from over to Ohio, and I had met a lot of great people. One person, well, family in particular, had told me that Niagara Falls was only 8 hours away from the place I was staying at. I'd never been to Niagara Falls. So for them to tell me that, and traveling by myself, solo travel, although for some could be a little bit dangerous, it was a great time. You know, you don't have to worry about anybody, you know, picking and choosing. No one wants to do this and nobody wants to do that. Granted, if you are doing a group trip, I say, hey, be safe first and foremost, and then, you know, everybody go off and do their own thing. But going to stick on topic here, I was able to give myself a taste of what I would want to have more of an experience for. And because I actually had that taste, I had that experience, videos, content, whatever you will say, I was able to better get a grasp and a target of what I wanted and what my efforts will be shaping up to. So when I say give yourself a sample of the life that you want, I mean, give yourself whatever it might be. If you're into driving sports cars, extreme experience. If you are into traveling, go out and travel, right? If you want to try a whole bunch of food, start trying a whole bunch of food. List goes on and on. But really sit down and ask yourself, what is it that I want, right? Because when you give yourself a taste of it, and if you find out it's really what you want, I'm telling you, you are going to start moving in different ways to make sure that becomes a reality. And the fact that you actually got a taste of it, you experienced it, and you said, this is what I want, and I want more of it, opposed to just watching somebody on the internet or listening to your friends or looking at Instagram videos and, you know, social media content. When you actually experience it yourself, and if it's something you actually want to do, the drive to make it happen, that is going to be one of the few things that when you are down and out or you're just sitting on your butt, not motivated, don't have the discipline, you're going to be able to look through those pictures, through those videos, through your memory, and in some cases dream about it and say, I had a taste of it and I want it again. And there are some people who will say, well, it was easier for you, blah, 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 and easy for you to say, I got this and I got that. If you give yourself, starting out, right? Starting out, not I've had it and I want it and I want to get more of it. Give yourself that goal to be able to experience just a taste of it. If you can give yourself a week doing whatever you want, let that be the target. If you can give yourself a month, let that be the target, okay? And give that to yourself, again, so you can have an in-life experience of if this is what you want. Because nowadays we have a lot of social media influencers, blah, blah, and we all want the lifestyle that they have, including myself. And we don't really realize, one, how much that actually takes to get it, and two, if you actually want it. So then you're going to be working and working and working, which, hey, you know, if you're putting in the work to make it happen, hey, props to you. But when you get there and you realize you wasted all your time chasing after something that you didn't really care about, you can kind of have that sense of, dang, what did I spend all my time for? And even then, I would hope that you will be able to look at the work you have done and say it was not all for nothing, right? So when I say give yourself that lifestyle of what you want, sit down, really think about it, really consider it. And ask yourself, what do I have to do to make this a reality? Just a sample of it. A week off in the Bahamas, up in Canada, if that's where you want to go. Japan, if that's where you want to go. Heck, save up some PTO or some time off so you can lay in your bed all day. And I look that way because my bed's right there, right over there. But the whole point is that you want to give yourself a sample of what it is you want. If you have a family, and you want to take them out somewhere, give yourself that goal that I would give my family a weekend here, right? So that way you will be moving in different ways and acting in different ways to make that simple goal a reality, opposed to making a lifetime goal. And if you're already starting out saying, I know what I want and I want my life to be like that, hey, props to you, right? But for those who are still trying to figure it out, if you have a diary somewhere, notes somewhere on your phone, your laptop, wherever you might keep it safe, and you've been sitting on it for so long because you just had the idea that you might enjoy it, do it, okay? Do it. Ask yourself if you really like it, because you might find out you might not, and you might find out that you really do. And either way, if you do, well, now you know what you really want to actually dig your feet into the, what is it saying? Dig your heels into the ground, whatever it might be, and really start to work towards that goal. And if you do give yourself a sample of it and you realize it's not what I want, right? You do the extreme experience and you start to ask yourself, I don't know, some people, nowadays be like, whoa, why would you not want an expensive, fast car? Well, that's their dream, right? But sticking to the extreme experience example, you go out there, save up $300 to go out and race these cars, and you start to realize, it was fun once I had it, and I realized that's not actually what I want to do for the rest of my life. Congratulations. You have a taste of what you don't want to do, right? And if you do it and you actually enjoy it, congratulations. You have a taste of what you can do. And the whole idea here is that you're not giving yourself this grand scheme or this large plate that you have to consume before you even get a taste of it. All right? Give yourself a taste of it first. And then you'll be able to ask yourself if this is something you really want for reality. In my case, being able to travel out there, get a lot of amazing views, get a lot of amazing pictures and videos, it was a reality and a wake-up call for myself that, whatever I can do to make this a reality on a regular basis, whatever that regular basis may mean for me, whether it's once every couple of months, once a year, several times a year, whatever it might be, I have the memories for it, the videos, the pictures, and I can tell myself that I've experienced it, I enjoyed it, and I actually want to keep working towards it. So now what can I do to make this a constant thing? So for everyone who is watching, again, if you say you want to try it, break it down and just give yourself a sample of it. And let that goal of getting a sample, this is going to sound redundant, let that goal drive you, okay? That goal to get a sample of that lifestyle. Let that be your drive. Start out small. Let that be your drive. Give yourself a taste of it and ask yourself, is this what I really want to do for the foreseeable future, right? And you may find out it's not what you want to do. But if you keep sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it, it's just going to forever be I wish I could have done it, right? Or you just will never have that answer. So, again, just put out an introductory video. And once I did it and I'm waiting for it to upload, even as we speak, I'm like, I really want to get this out. So again, my message to anyone who's watching, give yourself a sample of that lifestyle that you want and see if that's actually a lifestyle that you want. And let that target of a sample be what drives you and make it more digestible to obtain. Go for it. And don't just sit and wait, because, well, if you just sit and wait, then nothing's going to happen, right? So whoever's watching, I am challenging you to go out there and give yourself a sample. Okay, not create the entire life that you want, because you still might not know. And if you do, hey, props to you. But give yourself a sample and let that sample be your target. Best of luck.